Hi everyone, it's Roger and Abe here with episode number 46 of the Disney Infinity and Beyond webcast presented by DisKingdom.com. It is going to be a big week this week. We have got loads of Star Wars Rebels news, and we've got E3 coming this week, so we've got loads and loads of bits and pieces to go through. So we'll be discussing all of that on this week's show. So big hello to Abe there in sunny California.
How's it going, Roger, in nighttime? Okay.
Yeah. And also, are you getting yourself all nicely, get some sleep tonight before all the big thing kicks off tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm probably going to sleep in tomorrow just so I have a lot of sleep in. I'm whatever.
Well, Abe's going to be at E3 this week, reporting back for DisKingdom. He's going to be giving us loads of information and stuff, all about all the Disney stuff there that's at the event, including Disney Infinity 3.0. And he's also going to be looking at Star Wars and probably, hopefully, Lego Avengers and a whole load of other bits and pieces. So we're going to get into that a little bit later on, but let's kick off with probably the big news of the week, really. It was Star Wars Rebels. So, Abe, what did you think of the Star Wars Rebels announcement?
Well, we were expecting it, but once it actually did happen, oh, man. I went from, okay, cool, to like, wow. I don't know why, but these figures look like they're way better as far as cosmetic and paint job goes and pose. I love Zeb. I love him a lot, but dude, that figure of Sabine, I'm so in love with it. Apparently she's the most complicated figure ever made because of the paint profile and the pieces. I mean, if you scroll down a little bit more, I mean, that helmet right there just it just speaks leaps and bounds to me. But no, it was great. I'm excited to see Star Wars Rebels. It did seem like we were missing a crucial person, a crucial member of the team. But I have a feeling, based off of the Twitch cast, that there might be more coming. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
So this is the thing, because it broke on one of the I think it was a European retailer that these 4 characters were available as single characters. This was late last week or beginning of this, and this announcement came out of pretty much came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting this announcement at all last week, especially with E3 coming up. So all of these characters are going to be available singly. They're all going to be available. They can all be used within the toy box. But more importantly, they can all go into all 3 of the other Star Wars playsets: Twilight of the Republic, Rise of the Empire, and the soon-to-be-announced Force Awakens playset. So I was a bit shocked that they kind of came out of the blue just with these. But I'm wondering if I'm wondering if they're doing something a little bit different with this. That's my sort of gut reaction. Is something is, like you said, they are they're saying that there's more characters to come. There's obviously one major member of the team missing from the lineup. Yeah. You've also got the Inquisitor, which is the main sort of villain guy. Right. Now, and we all assume that we all sort of predicted that this was going to be a playset for next year for 4.0, because they were going so heavily on Star Wars this year. So I'm still going with this feeling that there could be a Rebels playset announced later down the line in 3.0. The fact they're holding back a couple of figures, the fact they said that there is more to come, and these are based on Season 2's designs, and Season 2 hasn't started yet. So have they just kind of gone, right, we have to, they've got enough announced to begin with? I don't know. I would not be surprised if we saw a Rebels playset announced at some point. You?
Yeah, I agree. I think this is probably one of those test phases where, like, okay, let's tell everybody we got playsets coming. Now let's announce these figures, but not tell them that a playset's coming and see how it turns out. I mean, I think it's another a test as far as announcements go, because obviously this year's announcements have been night and day compared to last year's, the way they're doing it at least. But I don't know. I also don't want to jump the gun and say yes, it's definitely happening. But from the lingo and man, JV must have repeated, the first Rebels figures to be announced. I mean, like, yes. I mean, for me to take all of those things that he said, not to mention to be missing Hera, which is like, I mean, I think somebody from the chat, from Facebook, sorry, I don't remember who said. They said she's the Han Solo of the group. So it's like, how can you have no Han Solo? So as far as the group goes. But anyways, I don't know. Another thing that JB did say in one of his quotes was he did say that obviously if you are fans of Hera, the Inquisitor, and he said Chopper, stay tuned. If they in fact, let's say, if they include Chopper, it opens up the big window of possibilities of seeing an R2, a C-3PO, and obviously a BB-8 for The Force Awakens. But anyways, whatever. I'm getting so much into speculation. But other than that, Rebels, I'm glad they're coming. I'm loving the figures, and I hope there's more.
Yeah, I mean, on the subject of the droids, I think they'll come. Maybe they might not necessarily be this year, but they will be eventually coming. They're not going to leave money on the table.
Yeah.
But for me, I thought the announcement was it's this kind of thing of this year because they can go into the other play sets. It changes the thing with the Star Wars figures because they're not just toy box only characters. They have play sets to go into, free play sets. We've never had that before. So they're more than just a toy box character. Now, like I said before, they haven't, the Rebels 2 hasn't kicked off yet. I don't know if they don't, it just seemed a really odd announcement. It was not like the normal announcements. The fact that they're talking about these future characters, to release 5 or 6, 7 characters from a franchise with no playset doesn't make any sense.
No,
so
I
am still kind of on that kind of thing of thinking, looking between the lines, it's like, well, if you're saying these characters are coming later, and even if they didn't do Chopper, there's 2 characters perfect for a playset pack. It just don't know. It just, to me, it was an odd announcement, but one that I'm really excited about. I thought Rebels was coming into Disney Infinity 3.0, so I've been watching through all the episodes. Just got about one more. Oh, what have we got going on over there?
Sorry, my cat. She's being nosy.
we got a special guest here coming in.
Get out of here, little one. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
I can hear some weird thing going on about the Force are trying to get in or something. But yeah, no, I think they look really cool. I'm really kind of interested in Rebels. I've literally just got the last episode, I think, from season 1 to watch now. But no, I think this is a great announcement. It's definitely the here and now. These are the here and now characters of who are the kids today are watching on Disney XD and excited about. And I think it's great.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Rebels is such a huge force right now. I mean, I experienced it from Star Wars Celebrations. Tons of people are in love with Rebels, so I'm glad that they're coming in 3.0. So,
Okay, let's just have a quick look here at those figures. I'll bring up the screen there. So we have got Ezra. I've got Aladdin with the lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what JB called, and I can see it. There's a kind of thing. I think one of the thing with Rebels is they do look so close to the actual cartoon series, and I think that's what's made it a lot easier for them to bring them over, and why they look so good is because these are cartoons rather than real people translated into like Han Solo, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still trying to get used to these names. So is that Kanan, Kara, Kana? Canon.
No, that's Kanan.
Kanan. Right letters, wrong order. And there we've got Zeb. He's apparently so big they had to kind of really kind of work out his box. So I'm thinking he's kind of going to be the Hulk, big sort of Bimax kind of character for this set.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure he didn't plop over because it's not just the size; it's also his feet and his posture. You want to make sure he stands up. So.
But also, he apparently has a web crawling ability, but not within the playsets. That was something that got brought up, and that kind of ties into this thing of, I think they designed the playsets for the characters they had, and then I think they basically just got told at the end, oh, by the way, we're bringing them all into everybody's, and it's like, well, they haven't got any wall crawling in the playset, so they had basically the easiest option was just to take it out.
Well, I think that's a cool new feature, though. The fact that now you have playset figures that also have exclusive moves in the toy box only. So that's kind of cool.
Because I know the Inside Out characters have that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And Sabine, as you say, she's got the blue hair, which is from season 2. And then you've got that awesome looking sort of. It's a bit. It's that thing. It looks awesome having that stormtrooper on it, but it looks so abnormal compared to everything else we've seen, isn't it?
But you know what? I love it because they're finally starting to incorporate props into the poses and to the actual base of the figure. That's something that I've been wanting for a while. So, I mean, just imagine if let's say if Thor wasn't even holding his hammer, what if it was like on the floor? You know what I mean? Or somebody had like what if they released a Mace Windu figure with Boba's helmet, you know what I mean? After he cuts it off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be intense. But anyways.
It's like here, you can see it clearly
I said
showing.
Boba, Django, sorry. Yeah. All the Star Wars fans are going to be, hey, hold on.
I mean, looking at this picture here, you can see here there's literally Star Wars Rise of the Empire, and there's Zeb. They are these pre-rendered shots were very much about showing that they can go into all the other play sets.
Right.
And here they are inside of the Twilight one.
Yeah.
They're very much showing that these guys are in there. I think it's a good idea. And maybe if the leak, is that thing of maybe we don't know when these are going to be available. They haven't said, they've got Ezra versus Darth Vader on Hoth. He's going to cool. He's going to freeze to death there. I just think if you were raised on a sand planet, you'd be freezing them. Okay, so there we have them on the Death Star, and I think it's a great. I love the crossover idea. I think that is where it really stands out as kind of this thing of allowing so much more play.
Yeah, definitely.
So much more value for money as well. Because you've got literally you buy a figure and you can go through 4 free play sets with them. Just think it just looks really cool.
Agreed.
Okay, anything else you want to add on the Rebels front?
All I know is that there's definitely going to be a lot of cool stuff displayed at E3 regarding them as well. So I will definitely keep my eyes out. My eyes open, and definitely be ready to report to you guys if I see anything new. But
also, I mean, on the Toy Box TV, they were sort of showing them in action on Toy Box TV. The normal show, they were showing them in action. They haven't been sort of shying away from showing off the characters too much. But no, I think it's just a great idea. I still think there's still there's this big question mark hanging over of when they're going to be out. Will there be a play set? Yeah. It's kind of funny, but maybe they didn't. Like I said, it's a great announcement just before E3. Very much big surprise. But really lining up this big Star Wars presence for 3.0. I mean, we're way into probably going to be 20 plus Star Wars figures now. I mean, we're into we're up to what 14 already without some of the unannounced ones.
Yeah, I'm counting the space on my shelf right now. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
But no, so that looks pretty cool. Okay, so let's move on to our next subject